Alrighty, what is up, people of the world? It's me again, Alex Swimmer, aka AP3 Jump, and today I'm reviewing the last episode of this week's batch of new Lighthouse episodes, entitled "Any Given Sunday." Now, this episode is a doozy, and let's get started, shall we? Ugh. Damn it! So was something in my eye. So I'm putting my hat back on because, yeah. So this episode, it's yet another episode that out of the week it actually has a unique premise or a unique idea. So this episode, it actually is the very first episode to have Lily as the main protagonist. Now, while there have been plenty of episodes that have been focused on Lily, this is the first one where she's the main protagonist, and we get to see the episode from her point of view, exclusively. Well, not exclusively, but she's the main focal point of the episode, and I honestly didn't expect that. I wasn't sure if that was ever going to happen, let alone if it was ever going to work. And luckily, this idea paid off immensely. And for a first attempt at something like this, it was great. And this is one of my favorite episodes out of the week because of it. So the plot of the episode is that all of the kids have been good throughout the week. There have been no fights, no explosions, or no roughhousing, or so. Because of that, their parents want to reward them with a little trip to an ice cream place akin to like the Brewster's. Yeah, I miss going to Brewster's, getting the purple dinosaur. That was always my treat of choice. Still is anytime I go there. So yeah. And as a kid, I called it Vanilla Purple before I realized it actually had a damn name. Anyway, enough about me. So this actually ties into the main focal point of the episode. This is actually going to be the first time Lily's going to get to try ice cream, and as it turns out, this is for every kid they've had. This has always been a monumental occasion, and so yeah, they don't really want to. None of the family members want to miss out on this, and so they want to take her and to the ice cream shop, and so what's really great is that Lily, while their parents are gone for the afternoon, like they're at work, I guess. Yeah, they are at work, and Lily tries her best to, make sure nothing bad happens. That way, they don't completely cancel the whole trip. So yeah, we really get to see Lily's intelligence in its full effect. Now, because this is a cartoon, the show has to sort of blend the lines between cartoon logic and reality, because Lily's a baby, and this is really the only reason she can pull this sort of stuff off. Same thing with animals in cartoons, but I just thought I'd point that out. Like, especially in this case, like while I was in that podcast today, some of the other people who were on it were theorizing, and this idea never occurred to me, but they were theorizing the fact that as many experiments that Lisa does on her family, and particularly Lily, since they're roommates, they they thought that like Lisa possibly has enhanced her intelligence or something like that. I never gave that any thought, but I don't know. It's possible, I guess. So the whole this episode is just it's just an absolute delight to watch. because of that. And throughout the episode, for like the first half, Lily keeps conjuring up these bad thoughts in her head. At first, that's the main one of the main things about this episode. Lily's having all these these visions in her head, in her little baby mind, and at the beginning she's fantasizing about trying her new ice cream sundae for the first time. And also she's thinking about, you know, how her first ice cream experience could get canceled. And during it's not until those sequences is when all the characters besides Lily look incredibly crude. They're like drawn in I think his name's David King's crude art style, which that art style has been seen in the series before. Like, for example, when the characters themselves are like drawn onto something, like a banner or a cardboard cutout or whatnot, then like that's how they look. Like if they're drawn like within the show itself, then that's how they look. And also for a bunch of newspaper articles, characters are also seen in that style. And the director of this episode said it was one of their favorites because of that. And they hope to have an entire episode dedicated to it being completely in David King's art style. Now, David King's art style, it's a bit of a mixed bag for me. It's seeing his art style fully animated was freaky, and honestly kind of cool all at the same time. I don't know if I'd enjoy a whole episode dedicated to that. I feel like for me personally, I could only enjoy something like that in small doses. But I'm getting way the hell ahead of myself here. So at one point, when Senior and Rita finally come home, and they're on their way to the ice cream store, and it's Lily finds out on the TV that apparently this store is closing early. Instead of closing at 8 o'clock, it's closing at 5 o'clock, and Lily's the only one who knows this. And one of Lily's problems in the episode, people are having a hard time trying to understand her. So she's trying to tell everyone what's going on, but to no avail. Just like earlier when Lily called in her first sibling meeting. That was really freaking adorable in and of itself, by the way, and that was that was sort of a landmark event for Lily. Yeah, everyone else thought she just wanted to call me just to say hi, and poor Lily, that was her first instance of not being able to properly communicate with her family. And yeah, so she just can't catch a break throughout this whole episode and trying to communicate to everybody. Just like in the first episode in this week, where she was trying to tell Lincoln about Plessy, and Lincoln just brushed her off. Once again, I don't remember exactly what he said, but once again, in both these instances, Lily is the only one who knows of these circumstances. And so yeah, the second half is about them actually getting to the ice cream shop, and then they hit traffic, and then Lily, she somehow finds a way to map the GPS with an alternate route to get to the ice cream place fast enough. And I'm sorry, if I'm blinking a lot, that means there's something in my eye. Again. But yeah, so they finally arrive at the ice cream shop, and just in the nick of time, everyone gets their ice creams, and Lily tries her sundae. She's about to try her sundae, but then the most evil thing that could possibly happen to any character happens, and I think it was a bird that knocked her ice cream on the floor. And at that point, she was absolutely upset. And then when she was upset in the car about her ice cream, that kind of sort of wrecked me a little bit. Like, I felt extremely bad for Lily in that moment. And also, poor thing, she's just a baby. She's as smart as she is at this age, cartoon character or not, as smart as she is at that age, she still has a hard time communicating with her family when she needs to, and so she has to take alternate approaches to try to convey what she wants to say, and and they're driving home, and Lily tries to point at the gas station. It's Flip's Food and Fuel, to be exact, but they're not understanding her, and they think she just wants to hurry up and get home. But then Lily forcefully poops her diaper, and so that prompts her parents to change her at the gas station, and because Lily wanted to go to the gas station because she knew there'd be ice cream there. And so she was actually able to get the ice cream, and then the family members actually make up their own sundae for Lily with all these other different ingredients that they find at the store. And so Lily finally tries her first ice cream, and yeah, at the very end, all the family members turn into David King's caricatures, like in real time in Lily's mind, and they all just celebrate with her in that ending sequence. And so yeah, this episode was really good, and it was a toss-up for me because, hold on, I'm getting ahead of myself again. I absolutely loved this episode for lots of reasons. Number one, it was a very unique story idea. It was the first episode to have Lily as the main protagonist, and have the first episode to be from her point of view. And again, which is something I thought would never happen, or let alone I didn't think it would. I wasn't sure if it would work, but it did. I mean, after all, we did get an episode. Come to think of it, we did get an episode 2 years ago about exclusively from the pet's point of view. So it's sort of the same idea, like I said earlier, about blurring the lines between being cartoony and, you know, the lines of reality when it comes to animal characters and baby characters and animation. So yeah, it's a philosophy that's been going on since animations first started, but and this show's no exception, of course. So yeah, and another thing, Lily's if you didn't think Lily was adorable before, she absolutely steals the show in this episode. She's the most adorable in this episode, I think. And yeah, so that's it with the episode review. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. If you like the episode, let me know what you thought of it in the comment section below, and be sure to hit the bell to be notified of future videos I make. And I give this episode like a 9.5 out of 10. I thought it was great, and so because yeah, both of these this week of premieres, it was a very strong week of premieres, I'll say, and it had 2 bookends of episodes that had really unique story ideas and or elements in them, and it specifically washed up in this episode, Any Given Sunday. I keep having a hard time remembering the actual name of this damn episode, but it was a toss-up between which episode I was gonna proclaim as my favorite. I'm not entirely too sure. Maybe I like I wasn't sure. I said it was pretty much neck and neck when I did the podcast, but now when I'm recording now, later in the day, and my battery just died again. I think I might like this episode a little bit more, just a little bit more, I guess. And so overall, this episode was it was great, and this whole week of premieres was fantastic because it's been like 3 or 4 months since we've had brand new episodes focusing on the Loud family. And then the Loud crew was like, well, you want episodes about the Loud family? We're giving you episodes about the Loud family, like just all throughout. And the whole shebang. So yeah, that is it with Loud House episodes. Now that I'm finally done reviewing those, please stay tuned tomorrow where I finally get to talk about this. Yes, this right here. Yes, Amphibia was my new favorite show this year, and yeah, this season finale is going to be the first episode in the series that I review, which will be uploaded tomorrow. Yeah, I didn't have time to upload it today because, yeah, I had a crazy day today. So yeah, be looking forward to that tomorrow. Besides, I still need to process what the fuck happened in this season finale too before I can even attempt to talk about it on camera, because it was a lot. So, Amphibia fans, look forward to that. And that's it. Uh, Once again, I'm Alex Swimmer, aka AP3 Jones. Thank you so much for watching until the end. That is it for me, and I will see you soon. Goodbye. And by the way, this hairdo, me reviewing this show because of Anne's bushy hair and my bushy hair, this this is what I'm doing a review in my bushy hair for. Yeah, because yeah. I think I'm done here. I will have plenty more to say about this episode tomorrow, and because yeah, it was one hell of a doozy, and yeah, it's best I sleep on it before I actually do a video about it. So yeah, all right, I'll see you soon. Goodbye. Oh, I don't know when new Lighthouse episodes are coming on. Not even the people I did the podcast with have no idea either. We just have episode titles and that's it. I have no idea when new episodes are going on. So yeah, I'll just keep a lookout, I guess. All right, now I'm done with the video. All right, goodbye.